This is the rabbit hole. And I want to give a big shout out to all of my new subscribers. Much love to y'all. And I want to thank you for coming down this rabbit hole with me and discovering and exploring and investigating this truth. The rabbit hole. I know it's a lot of people in this world that are discovering this truth and they feel like there's nobody out there for them to talk to. I understand this and I can relate to this and I'm quite familiar with this because I go through the same thing. But we are Legion and you're not alone. Somehow, in some way, in this matrix, we play a role. We have to be the light amongst the darkness. Everything that I expose for a reason. I know a lot of people probably wonder why I do what I do. Well, it's simple. I'm trying to break the spell that has been put upon you and I. I'm trying to expose the witchcraft to people so they will be able to identify what they're truly looking at. Ultimately, my purpose is to lead Israel to the Most High. That's the ultimate goal. Because this world that we live in is literally not what people think that it is. We're being lied to on a scale that's higher than what people could imagine. These lies that we are being told day by day, the lies that we have been told growing up, the lies that our parents have been told, and they have passed it on to us. That cycle has to be broken. That's the ultimate thing. That programming, that cycle, we have to break that cycle of programming that we have been placed in. And I figured that by making this channel and sharing my ideas and my thoughts and showing people the investigations and the evidence, by doing this, I wanted to break that chain. I wanted to break that spell. Because when you show somebody something, it's not going to be everybody, of course, we know, but there's always that exception to the rule, you know? Some people are going to get it. Some people are going to understand it, and they're going to acknowledge it on another level, and they'll be able to pass that on. You see, the things that I expose on my channel is something that needs to be passed on. We need to reprogram our minds. We need to rethink our thoughts. That's the idea. That's the reason. That's the purpose of it all. You know, there's a lot of crazy things going on with all this immigration, you know, and it's just kind of funny to me, like how people believe that America is the land of the free. It's crazy how people believe that, and they believe they can come to America and seek refuge, thinking they're going to find a better life. Well, I hate to break it to all the Ukrainians and all the immigrants that are trying to go to the borderlines of America. This is not the place of freedom. This is the place of slavery. And it's no different from the government that you are under. You see, that's what people don't understand. They don't understand that we are all under the same government. These Masons, they control the entire world. They're all under the same order. That's why the majority of these wars that we have seen, the majority of these wars that they have shown us and what we know about as far as war, a lot of it has been faked. A lot of it has been staged, blown out of proportion, because our governments, they work together. This is a world order that we're talking about. And a lot of people can't get that concept in their head. They can't understand that we're all under the same government. It's clear because we all have to work. We all have to pay bills. We all have to suffer from the wage slavery. So it's clear that we're all under the same order, under the same programming. I speak to a lot of foreigners. I have spoken to a lot of foreigners, mainly British people. And they believe that they're smarter than Americans because they're taught different things. But what I've come to realize, and to say the least, I used to believe it as well. I used to believe that foreigners were smarter than us, smarter than Americans altogether, because of the propaganda that's placed upon us in America. I used to believe this. But come to find out, the truth is that we're all under different programming. They think just because they know different things that they're smarter, they're more aware, but they're not. It's just another segment of programming, of lies. They still tell you that you have to work and pay bills for the rest of your life until you die, no matter where you are. This system is ran throughout their entire world. And it's something that we can't escape. But there's only one way that we can escape it. And that's through the Most High, through Yahweh. That's the key, that's the goal. We have to come back to the laws of the Most High. This is how we stop this system. This is how we defeat this system. I'm sending this message to the resistance, to the people that are going to wake up to the truth. You know, they have this whole woke thing going on right now, especially when it comes to the movies. So they have this whole woke movement going on where they tell you that it's woke to be aware of certain things. It's all a lie. You know why I say that? Because the things that they say, what they refer to as being woke is a complete joke. It's a complete joke. The woke community is a complete joke. You see, the Luciferians, they have hijacked the woke community. They have hijacked the whole woke movement. The whole movement, they have hijacked it, and they put their stamp on it They have placed their label on it and turned it into something different. A lot of people, these normies, these NPCs, individuals that just have no idea what's going on, they believe in this fake concept of being woke that Hollywood is pushing on them, that these Masons are pushing on them. They actually believe that they're actually woke because of this. It's a joke. It's a joke. Being aware of their lies is what they consider woke. But the truth is, there's no need to acknowledge what they tried to teach us and what they tried to push on us. This propaganda that they push towards us is something that we need to stop acknowledging and start paying attention to what the Most High told us, the one and truly God, the one and only true God. Excuse me. That's where our focus needs to be. This is how we take back control. This is how we take back power. This is what Israel needs to understand. You see, Israel just refuses to understand our responsibility on this earth and why we were created and why we were put here. They refuse to accept that. They refuse to accept who they are and what they are. Stockholm syndrome, they have been so embedded in these lies that they can't climb their way out of it. It's like sinking in quicksand. They can't get their way out of these lies. They're stuck. You know, most of them are comfortable. They're not even trying to climb out, so to speak. You can't deal with these individuals. They're going to be stuck in their ways until they die. There's nothing you can do about it. And I know it hurts. A lot of people that you're close to, you try to wake up to this truth, but they refuse to listen. You have to leave them where they stand because they're never going to come out of the condition that they are in. Unfortunately, sad to say, but yet true. But this whole concept of being woke, it's a joke. It's a complete joke. This concept of what they try to say that this is being woke. Don't fall for it. It's a lie. They're just trying to program you. They're trying to reprogram you. They want you to think that their concept of being woke is what it truly is to be woke when it's clearly not. Don't fall for that. Don't take that bait. And it just amazes me how many people think that they're woke because of what these Luciferians have pushed upon them. People fall for it all the time. And that's another purpose for my channel, is to help people to understand what's going on and not to fall for this nonsense that we're being taught. It's crazy. It just really amazes me. It really does. You know, this slavery is obviously something that's taking place. Schools are institutions. They teach us how to obey rules. And then once you get out of school, then you have to go either to college or the military. Isn't that where most people go? Either college or the military, or either wage slave, one way or another. You know, it doesn't matter whether you go to college or if you go to the military, you're still going to be in that wage slavery. You're still going to be working until you die. One way or another, you're going to be feeding this system. You're going to be feeding this system. You know why they push materialistic things on you? Because they want you to feed the system. They want you to constantly believe that you have to work hard for things that you don't even need. This is why they make you desire them. This is why they put ads in front of your face constantly. And for me, for one, I hate ads. I hate ads. Ads are annoying. They're just like robots that are trying to control your brain, always trying to massage your brain. That's what ads are. They're a mind control mechanism. That's what people have to understand. This is why it's so consistent. You can't escape them. But you go to school, you got to raise your hand, you got to pledge allegiance to the flag, you got to ask to go to the bathroom. What kind of human being has to ask to go to the bathroom? You have to either be in alphabetical order, walk in a straight line. This is an institution to program your mind of slavery. They don't teach you anything in school about being self-sufficient. They don't teach you anything about agriculture, living off the land. They don't teach you how to build your own material, how to weld, how to smith. They don't teach you any of these things that are actually practical in life. They don't teach you anything about revenue. They don't teach you how to build your own business. They just teach you to be a wage slave, to slave this system. You know, you know why they have the entertainment set up? This is just one of the reasons why they have entertainment set up, to keep you distracted. You know, most people can't even dwell upon this truth because they're so deep into working. You know, you're working 60 hours out of a week. You're so deep into working, you barely even have time to even think about anything. You barely even have time to think about any kind of topic that's based on substance. For most people, people just come home, watch TV, listen to music, whatever they do, and then go right back into the workflow, right back into the rat race. And their minds are always on materialistic things, and especially money, the root of all evil. Their minds are constantly on money, constantly. People's minds stay constantly on money and working. They place these things in front of you so you can keep feeding the system. It's all a method. Madness to the method, of course, indeed. But the method is based upon keeping you distracted, keeping you so busy that you don't even have time to explore anything, discover anything, learn anything of truth, learn anything of the ancient ways. Because you're so distracted with money, materialistic things, and working. This system is designed to keep you distracted. It's not about the money, is what people need to understand. It's not about making money from major corporations and things like that. It's not about that. It's not about making money, because these people make the money. The money is just an illusion. It's a distraction. It's another distraction. That's all it is. To keep you hungry, to keep you yearning for this money. That means absolutely nothing, that has absolutely no value. Once again, I must say, the only thing that has true value is land and natural resources. And this is why these colonizers have taken over everything, because they know that that's what has true value. This is why they're able to charge us for gas, light. This is why they're able to charge us these bills, because they have taken over the resources. That's what has actual value. The things that we need to survive, to live. God-given things. You have to ask yourself, how in the world are people able to how are people able to market something that was naturally given to us? We're talking about the natural elements of the earth: water, fire, gas. The audacity of these people to take something like that and to market it as if they created it. Man didn't create any of these things, but yet they can charge you for them. People never stop and ask themselves these questions. How can this be? Why is it this way? How can they do that? I mean, that's a question that I've asked myself since I was a child. This is one of the things that never made sense to me. Something that's natural, spontaneous. It's all a system to keep you distracted. They make you believe that you want these materialistic things like iPhones, iPads, laptops, cars, jewelry, you name it. And in order to get it, you're going to need this false money, this paper that has no value whatsoever in order to get these things that they create for you, in order to distract you. And you're going to desire these things, that they teach people separation, and it feeds the system even more. People shame you for not having materialistic things. People shame you for being homeless. People shame you for not having a job. So it helps the system. Now people are going to want to go out and get jobs themselves so they can fit into the norm. Also, so they can afford those goodies that they want. Not to mention they threaten you with prison and homelessness if you don't work for this system. They threaten you. People can't see that this is kings and knights. This is the king and knight scenario. The police are the knights. But the kings in our world are unseen. That's what people don't understand. These Luciferians are behind the scene. The major higher-ups, the cabals, they're behind the scenes. The kings of this world are unseen. We live in a time where the kings are unseen. They're not on the scene. This is why you have to understand that these celebrities that we see that are on the scene, they're just puppets. That's all they are. This is why it makes total sense. This is why it's so easy to see. Once you understand this scenario, that the kings are unseen in this era that we're living in, then you should know that these puppets are nothing more but just deity vessels as distractions. That's all they are. Just big distractions. False gods, false idols. This is why they have the show American Idol. They're telling you that these idols are false to keep you distracted, because they don't want you to have the knowledge. They don't want you to have this truth. Because when you do that, if they were to give us the truth, that they were to give us the knowledge, they would relinquish their control. They would relinquish their way of life. So they can't do this. This is the reason why this system is set up. This is why they lied to us about everything, history, and the list goes on, etc., etc. People don't understand why, because they don't want you to know about Israel, God's chosen people. Ultimately, this is why they hide everything from us. Because they don't want the world to work the way Yah intended. They want the world to work the way that they want it to work, so they can be in control. This is why they push Christ on everybody, this false Christ. A person that never existed. JC never even existed, and they push that on us to give us a false God to worship so they can stay in their way of life. This is how. This is how they stay in their way of life, because they have no physical power, especially not the fallen, the demons that are controlling everything and making these wicked people, the physical man, the devil in the flesh, because devil means to be a deceiver. For the people that didn't get that, devil means to be a deceiver. It has nothing to do with Satan. Satan was a devil because Satan was a deceiver. So the devil in the flesh is the man that deceives, so to speak. These wicked human beings, so we can get it clear, wicked human beings that chose to serve the fallen, these are the individuals that control the world. And they have no physical power over humanity. They're not gods like how they try to make themselves seem. And don't trust the people on YouTube to try to make you think that these evil cabals are some type of gods. They're not. But once again, back to the point, with that said, they have no physical power. So what I'm trying to tell you is they have to use deception. They have to use deception. That's the only way that they can control the world. So my channel is trying to break that deception so you can come out of it. Free your mind, become that free thinker that you're supposed to be. Because anything outside of this system has got to be better. They keep giving us problems and no solutions. Can't y'all see the pattern? They're always talking about the problem, but no solution. And then they offer these false solutions, and then these solutions never come around. There's never any action towards it. They'll give you a pat on the hand, just enough to make you calm down and be quiet. None of these things actually affect you directly, personally. Not even anybody even around you. These broken promises that this fake government is giving you. You know, when you look at politics and you look at the government and you look at the presidency, do you realize that's a whole stage? It's a stage. It's a stage what you're looking at. People have to wake up. They set these psyops up to keep you distracted, to keep you fooled. It's all based upon deception. This is the purpose of my channel, to show you this deception. This is my live rant, man. And trust me, coming back for more. Peace and love. Shout out to all my subscribers and y'all support. I love y'all. We got to wake up out of this system. I'm gone. Until next time.